Based on over 1,000 PhD theses, your PhD thesis should be on average 204 pages long. And this is BS, ignore this, because what really matters is the discipline. So a 204 pages long PhD thesis in maths is really, really long. It's abnormal. On the other hand, 200 pages long in history is borderline short. So what we really need to focus on is the discipline. If you're writing something that is heavily based on equations and formulas, then you're looking only at 40 to 80 pages plus the references and appendices. And John Nash is a great benchmark here because he got a Nobel Prize for his PhD thesis, which was only 27 pages long and had only 2 citations. So it can be really, really short. Then if you're writing something that is based on diagrams and figures and graphs, then you're looking at hundreds to 150 pages. My PhD thesis in molecular biology was 143 pages long, plus appendices and references. So this is the expectation here on average. And then if you're writing something that is based on a narrative argument, you don't have quantitative data, but you have qualitative data, then you're looking at easily 200 to 300 pages. You're writing a book, but that is not necessarily a bad thing. So in the humanities, you will end up with a book that you can publish as a whole. In the STEM subjects, people often use the stapler method, where they just staple all of their publications together and then write one overall introduction and conclusion, and that's it. PhD thesis done. British universities also often tell you that you have the upper word limit of, for example, 80,000 words. So I got my PhD from University of Sheffield in science, and my PhD thesis was half of that, was actually 44,000 words long in total. But if you remove the references and the appendices, and if you also remove the methods, because I've written the methods over the years, right? I've only written 28,000 words, and then on top of that, I added the methods, references, and appendices. So don't follow the word limit because it's not realistic and it's highly over-exaggerated. And then all in all, you just want to answer the question properly. If it takes 50 pages, so be it. And then this massive graph here is based on almost 3,000 PhD theses. This is the total length here, which includes appendices and references. And you can see that on average, the median starts here with 100 pages with biostatistics and maths and economics. And then it very slowly goes up and up to 200 pages with sociology here or geography, where this is the median, it's 200 pages long. And then only from there, it slowly reaches the 300 pages benchmark, right, with history. But of course, there are outliers here. So maybe you're writing in physics and you just have massive appendices. And look, we have 400 pages here in physics. But on the other hand, somehow in political science, you can end up with a PhD thesis that is shorter than 100 pages. I'm not sure how, but it did happen. So just try to answer the question. In general, the median is between 100 to 200 pages. And if you're writing in political science or history or anthropology, then it will go up to 300 pages. But this is really what is expected. So look at that, find your discipline, ask your professor as well, what do they expect, right? And hopefully all together now you will know what to do and you found this useful.